Springfield's news and talk.
The Department of Children and Family Services, Illinois' child welfare agency, has for years been facing all kinds of problems, and different directors over many years, different administrations, not able to get a grasp on what's going on there. Well, a most recent report from an inspector general shows that the problems continue to persist. Good morning. It is Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. If you go to the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services Inspector General page, you can see their annual reports. I mean, they go on, and you can actually access the reports all the way back to 1995. But the most recent report issued last week is the January 2023 report, and it's 248 pages long. You can see all of it and read serious investigations and the outcomes. And one of the biggest alarming factors is when you get to the page on compiling all of the statistics of children who've lost their lives while on DCFS radar. It's been increasing, and it has increased quite a bit in just the past year alone. So if you look at the chart that I'm pulling up here on the video stream, if you're following along, and if you're not following along, you can always follow along. 6 to 9 weekday mornings here on WMAY. We stream on Twitter, Bishop on Air. We stream on Facebook, 92.7 WMAY. We also stream on YouTube, Bishop on Air. So you can find all of those different channels and stream to your liking. But we do have video components here where I share some of the documentation of the things that we talk about. But here it is, the chart, which shows the number of children who've died while on the radar of DCFS. And for the year 2022, 171 kids died. That is up from 122 the year before. And that's up from 102 back in 2020. Now, 2019, it was at 123, but you see at least the year from 2021 to 2022, that's a 40% increase, a difference of around 49 children. 49 more children died in DCFS custody or on their radar than the year before. That alarms some people, including Tom Weber, who is a state representative Republican from Lake Villa. He took to the House floor before they adjourned the previous General Assembly, and he shared some of his concerns and urged lawmakers to do something about this. It's been too long, and we've seen these numbers not get better. They've gotten worse.
So once again, I rise to address a serious problem that our state has. The Department of Children and Family Services, who receive $1.5 billion of taxpayer money. Their job is to protect children who are reported to be abused or neglected. The department is in charge of keeping our most vulnerable children not just alive, but safe. I urge each of you to read the recent Inspector General's report on DCFS from last week. I can only describe it as disturbing. You've heard me over time and years talk about some of the children who have lost their lives, but this annual report shows a 40% increase in deaths of children whom were on DCFS's radar. One child is too many. 2 children is too many. But the report shows that 171 children that were on DCFS's radar lost their lives. Governor Pritzker may not want to admit it because he chose Director Smith, his guy to control the agency, but it's clear that there's time for a change. It is time for change. It is time for meaningful legislation and action. It's time for oversight, and it's time for us to work together and address this ongoing issues as we look towards our next year and next session. So I urge all of you to please work together with myself and others to hopefully make a difference in a child's life. Thank you.
So DCFS Director Mark Smith, he's actually been found in contempt of court like 8 times for the improper placement of children in DCFS care, and the problems haven't seemed to go away anytime soon. We'll keep an eye on all of that as well here with Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on WMA.